you ever able to speak with the other members the other partners of Trifecta Entertainment?
Yes, I was.
With whom did you speak?
Well, at first at different points, but at first after the blood test, when I tried to speak with the other partners of the Trifecta Entertainment, I didn't find anything from Casey Maxwell, and I tried to speak with Ms. Owens, but she had left the country that day on a 1 p.m. flight to Europe.
What did you do next in your investigation?
Well, I decided to search Trifecta Entertainment's financial documents, given that I couldn't actually speak with the partners involved.
While searching these documents, did you come across the partnership agreement that established Trifecta Entertainment?
Yes, I did. I went through all the financial documents, and this was one of the documents I came across.
Would you recognize this document if you saw it?
Yes, I would.
Let the record reflect that I am showing opposing counsel was been previously marked for identification purposes in prosecution 1. Permission to approach the witness?
Go ahead.
Let the record reflect that I am showing the witness the same. Detective Finch, do you recognize this?
Yes, I do. This is the document I was talking about, the partnership agreement.
And is it a fair and accurate representation?
Seems to be, yes.
And based on your investigation of Trifecta Entertainment, was this document used regularly in the course of their business?
This document served as a constitution for their business conduct and activity, yes.
And how did you obtain this document?
Well, as I said, I was searching through the business records in the finance department, and I came across it there.
Your Honor, at this time I ask that prosecution 1 be moved into evidence.
An objection?
Yes, Your Honor, based on hearsay, we do object.
Okay. So it's your contention that this is a business record?
Your Honor, this witness did not create the document, is not the custodian of the document, and therefore this cannot be moved in under the business record exception.
If I'm correct, Counsel, 8036 doesn't actually require the custodian to establish that it's a business record, only the custodian or some other person with knowledge of the document. So I think if he can lay the foundation that it's a business record, I'd admit it under hearsay. Do you think he laid all the foundation?
No, Your Honor, I do not.
Okay. And what particularly would be like?
He said that he came across the record, but he did not say that he obtained the record, took it back with him, became custodian of the record, only that he came across it in the course of his investigation.
Okay. Again, I don't think 8036 requires that the actual custodian establish that it's a business record. It just says all shown by the testimony of the custodian or other qualified witness. However, I don't know that I heard this witness testify that it was created at or near the time of the events in question, or that it was the regular practice to create such documents. So I'm going to sustain it on hearsay grounds at this point. Is there any other hearsay, or unless there's another hearsay exception, why I should let it in? Or you can lay further foundation.
No, Your Honor. What foundation would you like further?
Well, the 8036 requires that a document be created at or near the time of the events in question by a person with knowledge, or from information transmitted by a person with knowledge, and that it was kept created in the normal course of business. So I heard the normal course of business. I didn't hear who created it or whether it was created based on information. But there may be other grounds for admissibility if you want to offer those.
Not at this time, Your Honor.
Okay. And just to clarify, who signed the document?
Are you asking me, Your Honor?
Yeah. Yes.
It appears Jackie Owens, Jacob Bennett, and Casey Maxwell signed it up.
And Jackie Owens is the defendant in this case?
Oh, yes. Then, Your Honor, this would be admission by a party opponent.
On that grounds, I'll admit.
Yes.
It'll be received, the partnership agreement will be received as states one.
From this document, did you learn anything about the distribution of profits of Trifecta?
Yes. Pursuant to Section 7, it says Jacob Bennett would have 55% of the shares, Jackie Owens would have 40% of the shares, and Casey Maxwell would have 5% of the shares.
Based on this document, did you learn about how meetings were conducted at Trifecta Entertainment?
Yes. Essentially, according to this document, how it works is if a partner can't show up to one of the meetings, they have to notify the other partners. And if they don't notify and they don't show up to the meeting, then the remaining partners at the meeting have sole authority to conduct business activity at the meeting.
And from this document, did you learn anything about Trifecta's agreement as to whether partner went missing or died?
Yes, I did. Pursuant to section 16, in the event of death or incapacity or extended disappearance of a partner, essentially the remaining partners would split the incapacitated partner's profits.
While conducting your investigation of Trifecta, did you learn of any business deals that were currently being offered?
Yes, I do. In my review of the dozens of financial documents in the finance department, I found a memo from the CFO to the partners indicating an intent from Dueling Lens Studio to buy out Trifecta.
And would you recognize this document if you saw it?
Yes, I would. I've seen it several times.
Let the record reflect I'm approaching opposing counsel with what has been previously marked as prosecution 2. Permission to approach the witness?
Go ahead.
Let the record reflect I am showing the witness the same. Detective Finch, do you recognize this?
Yes, I do. This is the memo from the CFO.
And is it a fair and accurate representation?
Yes, it is.
And what is the date on that memo?
The date is June 6th, 2008.
And who is the memo from?
It's Daniel Gorgani, the CFO of Trifecta Entertainment.
Who is the memo addressed to?
Jacob Bennett, Casey Maxwell, and Jackie Owens, the 3 partners of Trifecta.
And based on your investigation of Trifecta Entertainment, were memos used often in the course of business?
Yes, they were. They were the standard method of communication between the partners and various heads of different departments.
Your Honor, at this time I ask that prosecution 2 be moved into evidence.
I object.
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay. It will be admitted as states 2.
Based on this document, how much money had the defendant, Jackie Owens, been receiving up to this point?
Well, based on this document, over the past 4 years, Jackie Owens was receiving about $4 to $6 million.
And with the deal from Dueling Lens, how much money would Jackie Owens be receiving?
Immediately upon the completion of the deal, she would be receiving $8 million.
Did you ever speak with Jackie Owens?
Yes, I did.
When did you speak with her?
Well, I decided when she came back from Europe, I would bring her back to the station house. So on July 1st, she came back, I brought her back to the station house, and I asked her a series of questions regarding my investigation.
Is Jackie Owens in the courtroom today?
Yes, she is.
And could you please identify her?
Yes, she's right there. She's wearing a red blouse.
Your Honor, let the record reflect that the witnesses positively identified Jackie Owens.
The record will so reflect.
During this questioning of Ms. Owens, did she ever tell you anything concerning this Dueling Lens agreement?
She did. She said that she was aware of the author of the memo from her CFO and aware of the intent for Dueling Lens to buy Trifecta, and also that Jacob Bennett was opposed to the deal.
And did Ms. Owens ever tell you anything about her financial situation?
She did. In the course of my questioning, she admitted to owing over $5 million in gambling debts to various casinos and bookies.
Did Ms. Owens tell you anything else during this questioning?
Yes. As I was near the end of my investigation, she all of a sudden went limp and weak and looked up at me, tears welling in her eyes, and said, "Detective, have you ever done something you wished you could take back?"
What was your response to this?
Well, as any good police officer would do, I was intended to follow up on it in my questioning, but her attorney walked in and terminated my interrogation.
Now, did you have any further investigation of Jackie Owens?
Yes, I did. After this conversation, after this questioning of Jackie Owens, I decided it prudent to require or request a wiretapping of her cellular and home telephone.
And did you receive this wiretapping warrant?
Yes, I did.
During this, from this wiretap, did you learn anything about Jackie Owens?
Yes, I did. I found 2 important conversations. The first one was on July 3rd, 2008, and this was a call from Alex Grace to Ms. Owens.
What was the content of that conversation?
Well, Alex Grace says, "I'm getting nervous about this." And Ms. Owens responds, "This is just another performance. Don't worry about it."
Was there another conversation that struck you as particularly interesting?
Yes, there was. 2 days later, July 5th, Casey Maxwell called Ms. Owens and says, "We need to talk." Ms. Owens
Objection, Your
responds,
Honor. Hearsay?
As
As to statements by Casey Maxwell.
Your Honor, we are not offering these statements as the truth of the matter, merely that they were said and